Hello, this is Dr. Mears. Today we are going to be writing an equation of a line given slope m and y-intercept b. And this is just the skill of writing an equation. We are going to be looking at an application of how to pull out the numbers and then use our skill, which you're learning now, to write those numbers. So let's go. You picked up this worksheet. It has 6 problems on it. We are going to go through and do all 6. The first one here, it says slope is 2, so I want you to write m over slope because that is the m, which is slope. Y-intercept, that is going to be labeled as b, so we have m and b. I would like you to write down your equation without any of your numbers in it, y equals mx plus b. This is the slope-intercept form. The reason why it's called slope-intercept is because it has the slope and the y-intercept, hence slope-intercept form. When we write the equation, all we're really going to do is we are going to take out the m and substitute in the slope, which is 2. Write the x. Remember, this is time, so this is 2x, 2 times x. We're going to be taking out the b. We're going to be looking, this is -1, so it's going to become -1. And here we have our equation, y equals 2x minus 1. Number 2, slope, so write m, please, is -5 over 2. Y-intercept is b, which is 3. Let's write our slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. In place of the m, we're going to put our -5/2. Now, when you put your x, please either place the x on top with the 5 or in front. Do not place it with the 2 because it is not in the denominator. This is really -5/2 times x. So make a big old x and put a little multiplication. Now we need our b. Our b is 3. This number is positive, so it's going to be plus 3. So please notice, when it was a negative number, it became -1. When it was a positive number, it became plus 3. So that's what you do. Substitution, m and b into our slope-intercept form equation. Let's try a few more. And these I wanted to try because you can write them one of 2 ways. So let me show you what I mean. Slope, which is m, y-intercept, which is b, y equals mx plus b. Substitute in the 1 for the m and the +4 for the b. Now, you could keep it written just like this. However, when you see the forms written out, you may also see y equals x plus 4. So the 1 next to the x likes to disappear. Either one is correct. I will accept either one. You also need to know that either one mean the same exact thing. Y equals x plus 4, y equals 1x plus 4. Okay, next for number 4, we have our slope m, and we have our y-intercept b. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals, substituting -1 in for m, substituting -4 in, so y equals -1x minus 4. Please notice in all of these I have a y, I have a equal sign, and I have an x value. Y equal sign x value. Y equal sign x, y equal sign x. Please make sure you have that. A common mistake amongst all young mathematicians is that they forget your x or they just, I don't know, don't even write a y, so you must be specific. Now there is another way to write this one, and it's when the 1 likes to hide again. So y equals -x minus 4. These mean the same exact things. I will take either one. You must know that you can write it as -1x or as -x. So please be mindful of writing those. Please choose which way you like, but make sure you know that what both represent. And that means that this is a -1, and over here, this would be a +1. Okay. Lastly, numbers 5 and number 6. Slope is m, 4/3. Y-intercept is 0, which is b. So writing as y equals mx plus b, let's substitute our 4/3 in, making sure that our x is on top in the numerator with that 4, or like we wrote it up here, you have that times symbol and you multiplying it by the x. Okay, our b is 0, so we can put plus 0. Now, you can write it in this order, or you may write it as y equals 4/3 x. and then you don't need the 0. Again, you may write it either way. These two mean the same exact thing. Y-intercept of 0, slope of 4/3. You must know that if you see no y-intercept here, that means it should be 0. So if you see this form and you want to put a plus 0 in here, that is absolutely fine. That could probably even help you out. And our last one for the day, slope m equals 0, y-intercept b equals -5, y equals mx plus b, y equals m is 0, x minus 5. I almost did a little plus there, just be careful. This is a -5, so it gets to be -5, so it's a -5, so it turns into -5. Now here's the thing. As I was saying before, there's a y, there's an equal sign, and there's an x. This is a way to write this. However, you may see only one time and one time only where you do not have an x value. And that is in this scenario when your slope is 0. That is the only scenario where you will see it written in this form, y equals -5. That is the only way that you can get no x value in this final answer is when you have a slope of 0, because 0 times x and 0 times any number that you put in will always be 0. So this can drop out only in the case when our m value is 0. This has been the skill of writing an equation given slope m and y-intercept b. Please go to the next video, which is the application of this skill. Thank you.